the development and engineering industries appear to be completely dominated by men. In your experience, is it more difficult for a woman to get into the industry than a man? And do MediaMath actively encourage females to get into the industry? I mean, that's a fascinating question because there's two things going on there. I know in this country, in our sector, there's a real imbalance between what men and women are paid for seemingly the same positions. And there's also a huge imbalance in the amount of women who are employed in technical roles.
Yep.
So what's your take on that?
It's a great question, and I'll say when I joined MediaMath, I ran our engineering team, and it is a challenge. I mean, that's the short answer. And then I think when you see some of the revelations that came out, at Uber, or you're seeing some of these stories come out of Silicon Valley, even outside of sort of technical specific roles, but just the sort of bro culture of the way women are treated in some of those cases is both disturbing and I think as much a symptom of a larger just sort of culture that isn't specific to our industry, frankly. I mean, it's a larger societal one. I'll say the things that we try to do, first general and then specifically on this. In general, our push is to really try to promote career growth that may be in your current track or maybe outside of it. So I've had a couple of women on my teams over the years who weren't originally even in engineering roles, but then decided they wanted to go back and kind of take roles in either product or engineering. That's a more general one, but I think if you promote people to think outside of their own box of where their own career journey might go, sometimes they'll get excited to go towards that technical side. Again, not specific to gender, but in general, we also really encourage folks on our product engineering teams to take part in other groups. So whether you be the sort of C++ experts of London, or whether you're focused on UI design or UX or whatever it would be, often those things take on some gender. So we have a number of women who are leaders in women in X sort of discipline of engineering. Our hope with that is that becomes kind of a beacon and attracts other women who might be thinking about those kind of careers to say, oh, this looks like a viable sort of track. Not a perfect answer. It's a large sort of issue facing our industry.
Okay, thank you, Dave.